Let's take a minute to remember a true Sikh hero, Bhagat Singh. His life is an inspiration to all those who fight for justice and against oppression. He was a brave young man who dedicated his entire life, the little life that he had, to the struggle for Indian independence. His story is a reminder that even in the face of great adversity, it is possible to achieve victory. He won admirers across India among the political spectrum. Punjab has given India many such Sikh heroes. Those who have fought for our freedom, those who have fought in wars and bled to make India, to protect Indians with the national interest in their hearts. Till today, Sikh soldiers continue to fight for the nation. These are the real Sikh heroes. Comparing them to lumpen elements who have infiltrated into India with the sole purpose of breaking its spirit is a disservice to the Sikh community. It's disrespectful to the sacrifices of men and women who lost their lives in Jallianwala Bagh and during the course of the freedom struggle as well. Over the next 30 minutes, we would like to re-center and draw focus on the real Sikh heroes. It's not separatists, infiltrators and propagandists like Amritpal. No, it is these Sikh heroes who fought and continue to fight for India and for India as a country as a whole. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Major General Rajan Kochar, defense expert. Also with us on the program is Major General P.K. Sehgal, defense expert. Advocate Parambir Singh, Shiromani Akali Dal spokesperson, also joins us on the broadcast. And last but not the least, Mr. Kuldeep Singh Bhogal, political analyst, will be with us momentarily as well. Thank you, gentlemen, and appreciate you taking out the time and speaking on this very sensitive yet pertinent issue. General Kochar, if I can begin with you. You know, off late, there has been talk about Amritpal. He's a lumpen element who's trying to perhaps get some brownie points by becoming famous at the back of a movement which is not supported in any major way or by the majority of Sikhs around the world and within India. But yet, it is often necessary, like it is right now, to talk about who the real hero the people of Punjab should aspire to be like and preach like.
I have served for 37 years in the Indian Army, and I have seen the valor of the Sikhs. I have served with them. They have been my superiors, they have been my colleagues, and they have been my subordinates. And I can swear by the valor, by the courage, and their bravery. And it is no secret. You can take it right from 1948 to 62 to 65 to 71 to Kargil. And you can name any amount, and you can see the number of gallantry awards Sikhs have got. So it's a shame that people like this guy Amritpal, he's actually a blot on the name of Sikhs. Kind of activities he has been indulging in. And if you look at his background, it will be aptly clear that he cannot be compared to any Sikh as far as either the religion goes, or the bravado goes, or the heroism goes. He is basically a stooge of the ISI who has been funded to start some kind of a Khalistan movement. And we are quite aware there are some elements in Punjab. Intelligence reports are there. And at times, parts of these reports are also published in the news media. And we get to hear about it. And a small group, a small disgruntled group of people have got together, and getting the weapons today is no great game. If you have the money, you can get the weapons anywhere in the country. So these weapons have been found with them, and they are indulging in a kind of a terrorism, I can call it, and trying to threaten the leaders of our country. And you're absolutely right. In no way can they be compared to the Sikhs, to Bhagat Singh, to Sukhdev, and all these are heroes who have lived along the times, and we read about them, we get inspired by them. Today, when we have Sarv Dharm Sthal. In the Indian Army, all the religions are practiced in the same place. There is a mandir, there is a gurdwara, there is a church, and there's a masjid, and all of them are in the same place, co-located with each other. We don't have any discrimination as far as religion is concerned. And I also belong to the state of Punjab, and my forefathers have been in Punjab from the district of Sangrur. So I can understand today there is anguish in the people of Punjab, and let us not get carried away by the propaganda. This man Amritpal and his cronies are trying to spread all over the state. And I would appeal through your channel to the youth of Punjab that being an army man, I'm a non-partisan man. I am not a political man. I don't belong to any political party. But I appeal to all of you that sanity must prevail. Please don't get carried away by these infamous speeches of these people. Disgruntled youth. He was a driver in Dubai. From there, he was funded by the ISI. His whole history is known. Please read about him and do not succumb to these kind of temptations. Vineet.
Right, absolutely. General Sehgal, if you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
So, what do you make of this rogue element, if we can call him that, trying to dissect India's democracy by bringing up something which has already been done and dusted with?
Examples of the in an immense way. Then if you look the outstanding job, then we have Air Marshal Arjun Singh, then we have Subedar Banna Singh, who captured the Banna post from the Pakistanis in the Sachin Glacier at great peril to himself and to the Indian Armed Forces. They have always and every time fought for the sanctity and authority of the state, preserved the homogeneity and integrity and sovereignty of the nation. They've gone flat out. Then I had a colleague of mine, Flying Officer Sikh, who flying a net in the 1971 war, got Paramveer Chakra. He shot down the first saber, also shot down the second saber, which was seen on fire, and he was fighting 4 to 6 sabers all by himself, and was the first Indian Air Force officer to have got the Paramveer Chakra. Then we have got General Arora, we got General Harbaksh. There are any number of people who done. Then we had the Sikh General Hari Singh Nalwa, who did an absolutely outstanding job. So there is, and all the Sikhs have always and every time stood absolutely in step with the country to preserve its homogeneity and integrity at all costs. If you see the valor of the way the Sikh fought in the 65 war and the way the people of Punjab supported the army effort in totality is something to be seen, to be believed. And the same thing was repeated in 1971. Even if you remember the heroism that was displayed and the valor that was displayed and the leadership that was displayed by Brigadier Chandpuri, famous Jallianwala battle, is something to be proud of. Then we have got the Bhagat Singh saga. He stood by the nation and contributed in a very phenomenal way. Then the Sikh Gurus themselves, in fact, Guru Gobind Singh lost his sons, sacrificed his sons, but did not surrender to the Britishers at all. Then you have Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, again, who did everything to preserve the integrity and homogeneity of Amritsar. So there is absolutely any number of examples of Sikh heroes. As far as Amritpal is concerned, he is neither a Sikh nor a hero. He is a stooge of Pakistan. He's been funded by the Pakistani ISI and is continued to, he is wanting to lead India in league with the Pakistani terrorists and the Pakistani dispensation. And if he calls them, if he wants to do a huge amount of damage to India, both in terms of men and material, and wants to fight.
And of course, he has his backers, he has his sponsors, Mr. Bhogal. You know, if you could launch such a tirade against India, perhaps 20 years ago, it would have been partially successful. But today, We're living in the age of the internet, we're living in the age of 5G, we are living in the age of artificial intelligence. You know, it's very easy to figure out for anyone, anywhere in the country, as to who the true heroes from the Sikh community are. This man is not going to be fooling many people for very long. Mr. Bhogal?
हाँ जी, हेलो।
भोगल साहब, अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन पा रहे हैं?
हाँ हाँ, सुन रहा हूँ।
सर, बात हो रही है कि हमारे देश के असली हीरोज़ कौन है, असली किरदार कौन है। अमृतपाल सिंह एक गलत उदाहरण दे रहे हैं युवाओं को, और एक ऐसे नेक्सस में आकर जिसके खिलाफ भारत हमेशा से खड़ा रहा है। पर आजकल मुश्किल होता है किसी को भी बेवकूफ़ बनाना, इंटरनेट का ज़माना है। आप कोशिश करें तो पता लग सकता है कि पंजाब के और हिंदुस्तान के असली हीरोज़ कौन थे।
देखिए, असली हीरो तो मैं शहीद आजम भगत सिंह को मानता हूँ, जिन्होंने देश के लिए कुर्बानी दी। ऊधम सिंह को मानता हूँ, चंद्रशेखर आज़ाद को मानता हूँ, बिस्मिल्लाह खान को मानता हूँ। ये ऐसे लोग थे जिन्होंने देश के लिए, समाज के लिए, अक़लियतों के लिए काम किया। आज उनको दुनिया सत सत नमन करती है। और पंजाब में आज जो उल्टी हवा शुरू हो गई है, क्योंकि पंजाब को 1980 के दशक में ढकेला जा रहा है। पहले ऑपरेशन ब्लू स्टार हुआ, उसके बाद नवंबर 1984 हुई, हज़ारों सिखों का कत्लेआम हुआ। 80 के दशक में जो नौजवान थे उनको भड़काया गया। आज यही काम फिर पंजाब में शुरू हो गया है। पिछले दिनों में आपने देखा कि हज़ारों की तादाद में इनको थाने में ले जाके एक आदमी को छुड़ाने के लिए और गुरु ग्रंथ साहब का सहारा लिया गया, और वहाँ पे पुलिस वालों को जख्मी किया गया। जो लोग दूसरे आए थे उनको मारा पीटा गया। तो इससे सारा सिख जगत जो है हत हुआ है। सिख कभी नहीं चाहता खालिस्तान। खालिस्तान की मांग करने वाले देश के, समाज के और पंथ के दुश्मन हैं। आज जब हमें पता चला कि अमृतपाल सिंह को अरेस्ट कर लिया गया, ये कल की न्यूज़ थी। जब सुबह देखा कि उसमें फिर न्यूज़ में आ रहा था अभी अरेस्ट नहीं किया गया। उनके जो 78 लोग थे जो इनके साथ चलते थे, जिनके पास असला था, बंदूकें थी, स्टेन गन्नें थी, उनको पकड़ा गया, मगर ये वहाँ से भाग गए। अब एक बात तो साफ है कि केंद्र सरकार, गृह मंत्रालय और पंजाब सरकार दोनों मिल के ऑपरेशन कर रहे थे, जहां इन्होंने 78 लोगों को पकड़ा उनके। तो ये कहां भाग गया, इसका क्यों नहीं पता चल रहा। मैं सरकार से, जो पंजाब की सरकार है, मुझे लगता है उसका ढिलमुल रवैया है। क्योंकि जिसने ये कहा हो कि मैं अमित शाह को भी छोड़ूंगा नहीं, और ये बात गलत थी। लोगों ने इस बात का गलत बात गई कि एक देश के गृह मंत्री को भी ये ऐसा कह रहा है। गृह मंत्रालय ने भी यहाँ पे जो फोर्सेस थी वो लगाई, मगर वहाँ की सरकार जो इस टाइम है उसका या तो ढिलमिल रवैया था, वो कहाँ गैप हो गया। हम चाहते हैं उसको जल्दी गिरफ्तार किया जाए। सिख जो है वो खालिस्तान नहीं चाहता। हम खालिस्तान के हामी नहीं हैं, ना हम खालिस्तान बनने देंगे। ये कुछ मुट्ठी भर लोग जो हैं, जिनका काम ही शेख चिल्ली जैसी बातें करना है
जी सर।
कि हम खालिस्तान लेके देंगे। अरे भाई, खालिस्तान लेके करोगे क्या तुम? हम इस देश के वासी हैं। गुरु तेग बहादुर ने हिंदू धर्म की रक्षा के लिए अपना सरबंस मारा, गुरु गोबिंद सिंह महाराज ने अपने साहबजादों की कुर्बानी दी, और तुम आज खालिस्तान की बात करते हो। सिख कभी खालिस्तान नहीं चाहता। जो ये ऐसी बातें करता है, सरकार जो है उसको सख्ती से कुचले।
जी, Paramveer Singh, in your opinion, why do these movements, why do these people, in fact, even go through the pain of, trying to erect a movement or a revolution which has gone bust in the past? Is this something which is done from a personal agenda point of view? If so, then do you think that all those people who are in line to be the next Bhindranwala will be absolutely discouraged to see what's going to happen with Amritpal Singh?
Vineet ji, my senior and co-panelists have already told us about the sacrifices of the Sikh gurus and the bravery of the Sikhs, which have given their bloods for the integrity of the country, and have always tried upon to maintain the peace and brotherhood in the country. See, the present scenario which is being faced by the people of the Punjab. Earlier, my co-panelist Mr. Bhogal has brought the true situation that the people of Punjab are facing. It is because of the inexperience of the government. See, the whole episode which has been created today is due to one Jallianwala incident, which could have been averted if the government has taken proper steps on the day and have stopped this Amritpal from the starting point, which he was trying to move to the Jallianwala for the release of his accomplices. See, who are the main sufferers today? The main sufferers are the people of the Punjab. And in the earlier dark times that the people have seen, the only sufferers were the people of Punjab, and no other was the real sufferer. See, the today's scenario, the government, it is unfortunate for the Punjabis that today's government is working on an agenda of advertisement and its TR policies. And this episode of the arrest has been brought in Punjab like a big event for the government, and the real sufferers behind this are the Punjabis and the young, I would say the young youth of the Punjab. See, what is happening in Punjab today is that the existing government has turned its eyes blind and ears deaf towards the real necessities which are required to safeguard the Punjab, I would say, being a border state. See, this whole episode of today, which is being run by the media, and it mainly tarnishes the image of the Punjab. So the scenario which has been creating, and we have to say that this kind of scenario only comes when there is some loophole or there is a lawlessness situation in some state. So these kind of people who are coming up front is only due to the inexperience of the government, and if the government at the first moment have tried its best to stop these kinds of people, then the scenario would have been something else. So this law and order situation in Punjab today is deteriorating, and we fear that we really fear that the Punjab may not turn to that a back period of 30 periods, which was a really bad period for the people of Punjab. So I could only say that the government should stop this TRP policy and should really effectively work for the law and order situation in Punjab, so that these kind of episodes would not be turned into something else, and the people of the Punjab would suffer against as they had suffered from in the early 80s and 90s.
Right, absolutely. And General Kocher, this also sends a very potent, a very formidable message, to all those parties who are hell-bent on helping these rogue elements from outside of India, specifically in countries like Canada, the United Kingdom and Australia, and of course, Pakistan.
Vineet, you're absolutely right. I believe this Amritpal, he has got links with Lakbir Singh Rodhe, who's the head of the International Sikh Youth duration, and most of in Canada and all these places, we are aware that from where this support is coming and funding is coming. And to a large extent, I would also like to focus on the political system in the state, the political parties. They have a very important responsibility to play. Now, this Amritpal Singh, he could have emerged overnight. He would have been planning, and he would have been collecting his followers, and he would be receiving the funds and all that. I mean, activities in Taran Taran and all these places where he had his base. Now, if political parties turn a blind eye to this kind of activities, he will land up in a situation what we are seeing today. So it is extremely important, the party who's at power right now, to take a very, very serious view of the situation. And this thing has to be nipped uh, ferociously and vociferously, because we cannot allow this situation to further aggravate, because Punjab is basically a border state, a very sensitive state. Secondly, Punjab is also a very peaceful state. Mind you, if you the policing and the law and order, basically Punjab is quite good. And because I have spent a number of years there, my forefathers are from that place, so I know that history of that place. So we cannot allow the political system to play hell with the security of the country, because being a border state, it is going to directly affect the security of the nation, because in case our borders are not properly manned, and vigilance is not there, we will find these drones and all these things which are coming into Taran. If you take out the statistics, you will see in the last 2 to 3 years the amount of drones which have infiltrated with weapons and ammunition into Punjab from the Taran area. So that area becomes a hotbed, and we are also known that Amritpal used to operate in this area. So what was the police doing about it? The political masters were very well aware, and then the larger problem of drugs in Punjab cannot be ignored, because the youth of the people have getting the in some way dependent on these drugs, and what the government is doing about it to stop it. So it is a very larger issue also at the same time. And I feel that it is high time that these political parties, for their vote bank and things like this, do not indulge in playing with the security of the nation.
Absolutely. We've run out of time. We'll take concluding thoughts from everyone, starting with General Sehgal.
Sikh people are very industrious, they are influential, they are financially sound. In each of these countries, whether it is UK or it is Canada or Australia and even Germany and America, they are politically very, politically very relevant. And for short-term gains, the governments of these countries are utilizing these people. Now India is becoming increasingly relevant for the rest of the world. India's influence is increasing immensely, and all of them realize that India is one of the biggest markets in the world today. The British government, Rishi Sunak as well as Trudeau and Albanese, clearly know which side of the bread to butter. And I'm very certain over a period of time, they will do their very best to curb the they say the Sikhs from indulging in anti-Indian activities. It is something that the government is being very strongly telling those people, as it will have implications on the relation between India and Canada, between India and UK, and even India and Australia. Even today in Brisbane, or yesterday, there's been a Sikh referendum held. It is something that ought to be very strongly condemned by the government of India, and I'm sure the government will do that.
All right, Bhogal साहब, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे पंजाब के लोगों के लिए? आपको लगता है कि जो असली पंजाबी है वो बिल्कुल समझता है कि ये लोग क्या करना चाहते हैं और इनके पीछे स्पॉन्सर कौन कर रहा है ये सारी गतिविधियां?
देखिए, बात ऐसे है, अब जब ये दुबई से इंडिया में आए, पहले ये केसधारी नहीं थे
जी।
यहाँ आके उन्होंने अमृत छका और उसके बाद इन्होंने वो काम शुरू कर दिया कि हम नौजवानों को अमृत छकाएंगे, गुरु वाला बनाएंगे, सिक्खी के साथ लेके जाएंगे। मैं अमृतपाल सिंह जी से एक बात पूछना चाहता हूँ, हमें कोई एतराज़ नहीं, आप अमृत छकाएँ, गुरु के लड़ लगाएं इनको, मगर गुरु ने कहाँ कहा है कि आप मजरूमों को मारें? आप थाने में गुरु ग्रंथ साहब को लेके चल पड़े, एक आदमी को वहाँ छुड़वाने के लिए आपने थाने के अंदर गए, वहाँ पे मार काट की, लोग जख्मी हुए। ये कहाँ की ये बात है? आपको ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए था। मैं तो चाहता था कि उस टाइम पुलिस एक्शन लेती, मगर पुलिस ने एक्शन नहीं लिया। आज जो नौजवान है वो सब बातें समझता है कि कौन उनको भड़का रहा है, कोई नौजवान नहीं चाहता कि ये जो खालिस्तान की मूव है ये चलाई जाए, और इन्होंने आते सार ही खालिस्तान कर दिया एकदम, बेशक वो पंजाब हो, दिल्ली हो। अब मिस्टर पुन्नू जो है, उन्होंने एक बार दिल्ली में कहा मेरे लोग आएंगे, बंगला साहब में अरदास करेंगे। ऐसा ही कल उन्होंने हरियाणा में किया, सरसा में उन्होंने बाहर स्कूल के बाहर खालिस्तान के पोस्टर लगवा दिए और ये कहा कि ये जिम्मेदारी मैं ले रहा हूँ। ऐसा थोड़ा होता है देश में। मैं तो देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील करना चाहता हूँ कि मिस्टर पुन्नू को, जो इस टाइम अमेरिका में है, ये भारत में आकर खालिस्तान की जो बात कर रहे हैं वहाँ से इनको अरेस्ट करके इंडिया में लाया जाए।
जी सर, बिल्कुल ठीक कहा आपने सर, वक्त की कमी है। परमबीर, any concluding thoughts please? 10 seconds, we've run out of time.
Vineet ji, through your platform, I would only request all the political parties that the Punjab is in such a situation that we should act in a thoughtful way, so that we may not add oil to the situation, but we should try to cool out the situation, and we should try to maintain the peace and harmony and the brotherhood in the state of Punjab. And I would also sincerely request the state government to seriously work on the issue of law and order, and we should be abstaining from tarnishing the image of the Punjab, like the slogans they used to raise Urda Punjab. We should try our level best that we should motivate the youth and the people of the Punjab in such a manner that the slogan should be turned to a Vadda and a good and healthy Punjab.
All right.
So this is
those are great points, Parambir. Appreciate you voicing all those unsaid things on this important conversation we've just had with everyone.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.